Hello and salam sejahtera. My name is Eunice Lim and this is my final individual outcome presentation for the course Fieldwork. Before I begin, I would like to mention that I do not have any physical props for this presentation, but my materials are in the form of pictures which I have taken myself during this field trip. First, I would like to give you some details of my field trip. The field trip that I went on was held in Gunung Alap, Sabah, Malaysia in the Tambunan district. I was there from the 18th to the 21st of April 2019. So I was there for 3 days and 2 nights. The elevation of the site was 1,600 meters above sea level, so it can get pretty chilly sometimes. The temperature was about 18 degrees Celsius and it can drop even lower than that. The objectives of the study was to identify the different species of fungi found on dead wood substrate in Gunung Alap, Sabah, Malaysia, and to compare the species richness of fungi found on dead wood between two trails in Gunung Alap, Sabah, Malaysia, namely the Korogam Trail and the Nepenthes Menggilan Trail. The picture over there is a picture which I took of the Menggilan Trail signboard. Unfortunately, I do not have a picture of the Korogam Trail signboard. For this study, we did not collect the fungi specimens, but we took pictures of all the fungi families which we encountered. And I'm going to walk you through all the families that we saw. And I'm sorry if I'm butchering the names of the family. The first family that we saw was Hygrocyte, second, Polyporaceae, third, Hygroforaceae, fourth, Galerina, fifth, Physallacriaceae, sixth, Incertacedes, seventh, Ganoderma, eighth, Strophareaceae, ninth, Mycenaceae, 10th, Rusulaceae, and 11th, Pyronemataceae. Even though we did not collect any mushroom samples, I would still like to share with you the methods of collecting and preserving mushroom. Before collecting the mushrooms, take a picture of the mushrooms in its original substrate. Then, take a coordinate of where the mushrooms are found. Then, collect the mushrooms and place them into separate Ziploc or plastic bags. Gilt mushrooms, like those you see in the picture, can be made into spore prints, or rather, spore prints can be made from the gilt mushrooms. How do you make a spore print? First of all, you need to take the cap of the mushroom and place it on a white paper. After 2 to 3 days, you can lift the cap up and you will see the spore prints on the paper. Next, you need to dry the mushrooms. Put the mushrooms on a piece of paper and place the paper into an oven at 40 to 45 degrees Celsius for 4 hours. After the mushrooms are dried, label the mushroom with the details. I would like to now share the condition of the campsite after the field trip. The two pictures on the left are the pictures of us setting up the campsite. As you can see, this is how the campsite looks after we have set up. And after the 3 days that we are there, we clean and clear up the campsite, which is the picture you see on the right. Basically, the campsite needs to be clean of rubbish. And all the equipments that we use, such as our sleeping bags, the floor mats, and also the tents, need to be cleared up. And we need to leave the place just as how we entered the place. Next, I would like to share with you the condition of the tools and equipment after work. Ensure that all tools and equipments are still functioning well. If the equipments are faulty, you need to either fix the equipments or report to the relevant authorities. Next, Make sure that all the tools and equipments are clean. Otherwise, you need to clean up the equipments. Then, store the tools and equipment in the proper place so that they can be used in future field trips. The conditions of the trails after sampling. Ensure that trails are clean. Do not leave any rubbish or litter on the trails. And do not take any materials that are not necessary for the research. For example, taking plants for your personal reasons. This can be considered illegal. I took the picture on the right on the last day of the field trip. I added the quotes, "Take nothing but picture, leave nothing but footprints." I felt that this phrase was very relevant during that time because we should not take anything from nature and we do not leave any rubbish in the site. And even now, I felt that this picture is very relevant to this presentation. To end, I would like to mention that I learned so many things from this field trip. It was such a memorable experience and it was so eye-opening for me during this field trip. I hope that I'm able to join more field trips in the future. With that, thank you very much for watching this video.